Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad that you are here. Today I have an exciting video for you today. I'm finally getting out my how I study tips video. So if you're interested, go ahead and keep on watching and we'll get right into the video. So, I wanted this video to be two parts. One, just general like study tips that I've learned and picked up on, and then two, how I actually study and how I use those tips. Okay, so I have it written down, so if you see me looking down, that is what I am looking at. Have a place of workplace, have a desk, have an area that is school related, where you're kind of at school. You know, when you're at school and you're sitting at that desk and you're writing, like you're concentrated, that's school mode, that's class mode, that's lecture mode. So you want to have an area that's for that, your work area, your homework area, your school area. Get you a workspace, and at that workspace have everything you feel you're going to need. Okay, so make sure you have all your books there, you have all your pens. Make sure you bring your papers. If you are a clean person or something, make sure you bring hand sanitizer, bring some tissue, bring a healthy snack, granola bar, yogurt, fruit, something healthy. Bring your drink so that once you're here in that time that you have set to study, you have no reason to leave until you finish what you want or need to finish. I would say when you get home from class, you know, you got your healthy snacks ready so you won't have to wait. See, what happens with me is that I'll get home from school and I'll have every intentions on studying, but then I eat. And I eat a heavy meal, and then that just soothes me, and I get sleepy. And I get what the African American community calls the itis. Okay, after you eat some good food, you get sleepy. We call it the itis. And then I want to sleep. So, when you come home, get yourself a snack to hold you over. Don't eat a heavy meal. So when you get home, you get your snacks ready. You're going to get on some comfy clothes, some sweatpants, a sweatshirt, just some comfy clothes. But make sure you keep your shoes on. Okay, make sure you keep your shoes on your feet, because that tricks your mind that even though I have comfy clothes on, it's not chill time. I still have shoes on. We must be going somewhere. We must be doing something. It's going to keep you feeling like, oh, I need to do something. There's something I need to do. When you study in increments. Don't study for 2-3 hours straight, because your mind can't retain all of that and it just stresses you out. So study for a certain amount of time, take little breaks, go back to studying. Okay, so I have this app that I use, and I'm going to do a screen recording so you can see it. I'm on my phone. So I have this app that I use. It's called Be Focused. So it has a timer, and mine is set for 25 minutes. So it will go and it will play for 25 minutes. Then it will set off an alarm and alert you that your 25 minutes are over. Then it'll start like a timer for your break. So if you go to settings, you can change up your work intervals. Mine was on 25 because that's what it was set as, but you can change it. Like, I will be studying for a test soon because I have a test on Monday. So I'm going to change my study increments to 45 minutes. So it's not about an hour, but I feel like for me that's a good time. So I'm going to set it for 45 minutes. I have my short breaks for 10 minutes. Long breaks are 15 minutes. And I will get a long break every 4 intervals. Well, let me change that because that's a lot. So I'm gonna say every 2 intervals. So I'll do 45 minutes studying, 10-minute break, 45 minutes studying, 15-minute breaks, 45 minutes studying, 10-minute break, 45 minutes studying, 15-minute break. So it'll be like that. And you can set your alarm sounds and what you want for that. So that is that app, and it's a really good app. During my breaks, I'll just like get up, walk around, I'll stretch, get my blood flowing. I'll use the bathroom during those breaks. I'll make sure I check my calendar, make sure what else I need to do, things like that. Study after class. You know, I talked about don't eat a heavy meal after class, just get a snack. Study after class while the information is fresh. Okay? So you get to reinforce what you just learned that day. If you do that after every class, then once it's time for your test, it won't be such a, oh, I gotta study all this information. No, you've been tackling it piece by piece, and that's really helpful. So make sure you study after class. Is to record class. Get a recorder or use the voice memos app on your phone. If you have an iPhone, if you have an Android, I'm pretty sure they have a app where you can record and just record class. Talk it out. When you are studying, when you are writing your notes, talk it out loud. Tell somebody about it. I was watching a video and one girl said that she would go through it and pretend like she was teaching someone else. So you know, back in the day when you were younger, I know at least when I was younger, I used to have my little chalkboard, then my little whiteboard, and I don't know why, I was always teaching math. I always had my little math book and I was teaching my imaginary class how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. And if you can teach someone else, that's when you know that you got it. Write your notes in color. I write out my notes. And I use colors because I like colors. My brain responds well to colors. And I can remember, like, okay, so if I was writing about the blood and I wrote this in red ink, my visual memory will be like, oh, I remember writing this down because I said I was going to write it in red because blood is red, and I drew that doodle like in class about blah blah blah. Like, that is how my mind works. Like things like that, just to give you some connection so you'll remember things. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my video. I hope this video helped you out some. You got some tips that maybe you can use. I know it wasn't anything like amazing or innovative tips, but take the time out to study and study the way that works for you, and you will be fine. If you try out my tips and it doesn't work, that's fine. Keep moving forward. Keep striving to find your routine and what works for you. I decided to split this up into 2 videos so I won't overwhelm you. So if you enjoyed these study tips, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I got inspiration from 2 people, so I'm going to link their channels in the cards above or in the description box. So if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Comment down below any extra study tips you might have for someone else. I want this to be a community, so I want us to help each other out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for part 2 of this video where I go into how I study and how I use these tips. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye! So sad to see you go, but I'll see you in my next video, right? Right? Okay. Good.